Hello everybody, welcome to Bass and Bonsai. This is how you do it. Big, giant, largemouth bass. And oh yes, she's a kisser. Mwah. Hello everybody, welcome to the show. Real quick, I'm putting a quick video together and I probably won't myself be fishing with this reel again, but I'm sure you guys wanted to see this Phantom reel out in the sun. You know, what does it look like when you're out in the sun using it? This definitely shines. It's got an awesome look. For some reason it's got this crazy greenish blue right here that I really don't like. I thought it'd look more purple, and it does right through here. So this is not a true like titanium coating, you know, heat treated thing. This is probably just a plastic, you know, copy, is why it's darker than what the there's a couple reels over the years that have had these. Quantum actually had them for a while on their Energy, I believe, PT Energy, their old reels. And I think their Pro Tour had the blue, like just a solid blue. And then of course the Revo Auroras, the 71, and then the 64, 71, it was like 7-1 gears with the original like Gen 2 frame, and then the Aurora 64 had the Gen 3, which I hated, so I never got that reel, and they're pretty expensive. But they look way better than this reel. This reel still looks good, don't get me wrong. This reel looks good. It actually casts and works everything real good, but if you've seen in the last video, you can small line does fit on this side. This side's fine. This side they did not manufacture that. This is not made designed properly. How do you alleviate that? It's real simple actually. I have 15-pound braid. It's still thin enough. I've got an 1/8 ounce crappie jig, and I'll show you how far I can cast it, but it's just because of the purple I happen to have, and it'll work for this. I try it, it won't, you know, I don't have an issue with it. And generally you won't have an issue unless you backlash, but we all backlash, right? But all you have to do, and it'll zing it way out there, is use a line that is impossible to go in there thick enough. The problem is if you don't use braid and you get a line thick enough to go in there, it may not be very good for BFS, you know, real lightweight stuff. But like for me, occasionally I throw 16th ounce. All of last season I was pretty much throwing 1/8 ounce little crappie jigs, was the smallest, lightest thing I throw, or the 1/8 ounce little BPS crankbait. Can zing it out, even though that's 15-pound braid with the 6, 8, 10-pound leader. It has no issues. This is actually my luckiest rod I own. I'm hoping all my other Conqueror rods get this lucky. This is an old Gold Max, Abu Garcia Gold Max. I got this, it was originally 6'8". I hated the handle on it, so that's a handle I loved. Came on a Mega Bass rod that I broke, lightweight Mega Bass rod. Handle's heavy, but this has just become a lucky rod. Noah, Olivia, almost anybody that uses it, they tend to catch some good fish on it, a bunch and whatever. So I figure I'll put it on this and let, you know, whoever it may be that's going fishing with me, as long as they can use a bait caster, or if I need to teach them, I'll teach them with this thing, and they'll be able to use it no problem. It looks cool. We'll put it through its paces, you know, and see how well we like it. I'm hoping that somebody, I don't know if you could, it's a plastic frame, so I don't know if you could figure out how to have somebody, or, you know, seal. I don't know if anybody's ever done that. Like, I don't know, the way mine works, I thought like, well, what if I just get some 2-part epoxy, lube this with Vaseline, put a, you know, thin layer on there and stick it in, kind of deal, and then when it dries, I don't know, probably destroy everything, right? But I was just in my mind thinking like, how could I get that where I could run, you know, 6-pound line without it, or 4-pound line even, without it getting in there. So anyway, there it is. That is the new Phantom I just picked up. I'm gonna keep, you know, I already bought it. Do I recommend, I thought I had a fish. Do I recommend anyone to buy this? No, I do not recommend that you purchase this reel for that reason. If you're still in love with it, you're like, man, it just looks cool, because it does feel good. Everything else looks, this awesome spool just needs that other little gap taken care of. I like the brakes seem good. I like the way you can adjust the brakes. That's the only downside so far, but we're going to fish it, see how well it lasts. And if you're like me, it's not a huge deal. I just run a little bit thicker braid that, you know, won't, I wouldn't say it's impossible to get in there, but shouldn't work itself in there if you get a little, you know, overrun or backlash. And it's not the end of the world if it does. You just, you know, if you realize it's in there, you just take it apart and pull it off. But reels should be definitely, if I would have gave anything over 50 bucks for this, I would have been complaining, but I knew what I was getting into. So there you have it. If you have any questions, just drop them down below. I'll try to answer what I can. As far as recommendations, I don't know. I say I don't recommend it, but I mean, for 50 bucks, what do you expect for 50 bucks, right? So anyway, I'm done. There it is. Awesome reel. You can still find very lightweight BFS capable old, whether it be Shakespeare, Abu Garcia, Gold Max, some of these old kind of almost the full flex rods for BFS fishing pretty cheap. Anyway, get out of here. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, guys. I want to go fishing. Wish me luck. I don't need it, but yeah, I might need it today. Look, we still got ice. Oh. Exactly how we do it. Big largemouth bass. Let's see if it'll jump. That is a beauty. We're gonna jump. Yeah!